in the shadows of history lies a vanished giant. A towering cleric, a champion of the poor who walked into Libya in 1978 and was never seen again. Now, decades later, in a quiet lab in northern England, fresh clues emerge. Could science finally unmask the fate of Imam Musa Al-Sadr? A university laboratory in northern England may hold the key to solving one of the Middle East's longest-running mysteries. At Bradford University, Professor Hassan Ugail, a computer scientist, is attempting to unravel the mystery surrounding one of the Shiite world's most prominent figures. Ugail is studying an image of a corpse. The body in question could be that of Imam Musa Al-Sadr, the Iranian-born Shiite cleric and political leader who vanished in Libya in 1978. His disappearance has haunted Lebanon and the wider region for nearly half a century, fueling conspiracy theories and shaping Shia politics to this day. The photo was taken in 2011 by journalist Qasem Hamadeh during Libya's uprising against Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. In a hidden mortuary in Tripoli, he was shown 17 bodies, allegedly dating back 3 decades. One in particular made him pause.
The face, even in decay, was striking. It resembled Imam Al-Sadr, and the attendant whispered, "This could be him."
Hamadeh discreetly photographed the body and even plucked hair follicles for potential DNA testing. He noted the corpse appeared unusually tall. Al-Sadr was known to be 6 feet 5 inches and bore a visible wound above the left eye, suggesting execution by blunt force or gunshot. The samples, however, reportedly vanished after being handed to officials from Lebanon's Amal movement, the party Al-Sadr himself had founded. Amal later claimed they were lost due to a technical error. The BBC commissioned Prof Ugail's team at Bradford to analyse the morgue photo against several images of Al-Sadr. Using 2 decades of research into facial recognition technology, the software produced a score in the 60s out of 100, categorised as a high probability match. The algorithm also compared the body against members of Al-Sadr's family and a control group of 100 Middle Eastern men. The strongest results still linked the corpse to Al-Sadr himself. For Prof Ugail, the findings were clear. The likelihood was significant. But the science was met with political resistance. Amal officials, including Parliamentary Speaker Nabi Berri, rejected the conclusion outright. Al-Sadr's son, Syed Sadruddin Sadr, also dismissed the evidence.
It is evident from the look of the body in the photo that it is not my father. It contradicts the information we have after this date, that he is still alive, held in a Libyan jail.
The BBC team travelled to Tripoli in March 2023, hoping to revisit the secret morgue. Guided by Hamadeh, they located the building. But filming was abruptly halted, and within hours, Libyan intelligence officers detained the team. Blindfolded, interrogated, and accused of spying, they spent 6 days in solitary confinement before being released under diplomatic pressure. Sources later suggested Gaddafi-era loyalists still active in Libyan intelligence were determined to keep the Sadr case buried. Meanwhile, evidence from other witnesses has strengthened suspicions. In 2011, Libya's former Justice Minister Mustafa Abdel Jalil told Hamadeh,
"The second or third day, they forged his papers, that he's going to Italy, and they killed him inside Libyan prisons. Gaddafi has the first and the last word in all decisions."
US officials reportedly received similar reports at the time of Sadr's disappearance. Yet, to this day, no government has produced conclusive proof of his fate. Born in Qom, Iran in 1928 to a prominent clerical family of Lebanese origin, Musa Al-Sadr grew into one of the most influential Shia leaders of the 20th century. Educated in Najaf and Tehran, he combined intellectual rigor with religious authority. In 1959, he moved to Lebanon, where his leadership would transform the country's marginalized Shia community. Settling in the southern city of Tyre, Al-Sadr quickly earned the reputation of the Imam of the Poor. His sermons and initiatives emphasized social justice, coexistence, and education, bridging divides in a deeply fractured society. In 1969, he created the Islamic Shia Supreme Council, securing long-denied political recognition for Lebanese Shia. 5 years later, he founded the Movement of the Deprived, later known as Amal, demanding proportional representation, economic reform, and dignity for a community long excluded from Lebanon's power structure.
There is no inconsistency or difference between the Shia and the Sunni. They are both the followers of one united religion.
Al-Sadr's charisma and moderate voice set him apart in a turbulent era. He promoted interfaith dialogue, met Christian and Sunni leaders, and opposed sectarianism at a time when Lebanon was sliding towards civil war. Analysts believe his influence could have altered the trajectory of the region. Some argue that, had he lived, Iran's 1979 revolution might have taken a more inclusive turn, limiting the rise of hardline forces.